he has, I think, been an inspiration to many, many people on both business and property.
God, he's
And
expecting me to... You know why he's bigging me up? Is because he wants me to do good today, and you don't have to worry about it. Thank you very much, John. Thank you.
You always do good.
Yeah.
So I'll leave you to it, Danish. So
okay.
Welcome. Just the admin stuff. Emergency exit and toilets straight out the back. Emergency exit also down the stairs.
Thank you very much, John.
Back to you. Thank you very much.
Okay. What I am going to do, because I'll stay on this side so that people don't get interrupted. Okay, so what I'm going to do today is talk about how to build an online business. Okay, is that what you're here for? Yeah? Okay. So let's have a... actually, what I'm going to do, if it's all right, I'm going to do this in two parts today. Right? Okay, because I think it's good to teach, but it's also good to get a bit of feedback. Yeah. So what I'm going to ask is, if I can get a volunteer, Daniel, do you mind do me a favour? If you can get these forms handed out. What I'll do is I'll send you all these slides today if you fill this form in today. But what I'd like you to do also is there's a box there which I'd like to get some questions. So towards the end of this talk, what I'd like to do is just actually get some questions about what you're trying to do in building your online business. Hands up here who's thinking about wanting to start an online business or is doing some stuff. Yeah? Okay. Now, what I'd like to do is if you can just fill that in. If you don't have a question, there's a little box at the bottom that says, I don't have a question, but you'll certainly get all the information here. If you haven't got a piece of paper, then just raise your hand and Daniel will know. Yeah? So I'm going to give you a minute or so to do that. While I get that done, I thought it would be good to tell you a little bit about why we're here today, really. Because I think, it's a rainy day. It's been raining all day. And I'm sure there was lots of other things you could have done today. I mean, what are the other things that you could have done this evening?
Watch the telly.
You could have watched the telly. What else could you have done? Watch EastEnders. Could have sat in front of a computer. Okay. And what else could you have done? Could have looked at your email. Yeah. Could have gone online. Watched a video. Perhaps read an e-book. Yeah. How many of you done that so far in your journey to building your online business? Yeah. Have you ever had an email come through and you thought, oh, that's interesting, and then you download something, and then 4 hours later, you're thinking at 2 o'clock in the morning, I better go to bed now. Has anyone been there? Just 5 minutes more. Yeah. Okay. You will experience that in your journey doing an online business. Okay. How productive has that been, use of that time?
Depends on what you've read. Depends if you've taken anything from that, if you've learned anything.
Yeah. The reason I ask that is this, we're all here wanting to develop a successful online business. Okay. And so I'm going to ask you to think about two lists. Okay. I'm going to talk to you today specifically about how I built my property list. Okay, but it's a different type of property list that I've built from most other people in property. This is a property list of fellow people in property. And in any endeavour, right, okay, there are two lists that you've always got to build. First is a customer list. Okay, and when anybody's starting any form of business, that's what they tend to focus on. Right, how do I get customers? How do I get more customers? Okay. I'm not really going to speak too much about that, okay? What I'm going to talk about is the second list that you must build, which a lot of people skip, and then they end up being frustrated, which is what I call a peer list, okay? Or what I call a passion list. That is, other people who have a passion to do what you're trying to do. So, for example, in this room, how many here have a passion to build some form of business online? Okay? Now, these are important people in the room. Because the one thing I have found is when you spend time